Hey, today we had a great interview at Momentum, and you're going to watch where Jon Brooks asks us a couple questions about how our investment world is going right now, starting in 2026. So this is a quick video, a few minutes, so just take a look, and hopefully you get some information about what we're doing in our business and how things are going for us. Just love to share, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks so much, and enjoy the video.
As you all know, the market has changed. What have you done to change your investor-focused business to succeed in this market in 2025 and 2026?
I would definitely say to just be way more strategic and conservative with numbers. I mean, that's everything. To not push a deal to work because you want it so bad and you're hungry for more and more. And I feel like that's everything, especially when we were in a changing downward market last year. I feel like that's where we kind of made the most mistakes. And this year, every time I'm putting an offer in on a house, I have it plugged into my spreadsheet. And if it does not match what I need to offer, I don't make it happen. So just being a lot more smarter about decisions moving forward.
Being more careful with the underwriting, lower offers,
Oh, yeah.
making sure the numbers fit.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, just not pushing the deal.
Right. Being willing to walk away.
Walk away, yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Chris.
I think for me, I give a lot more options at appointments now. And it's either we offer a hybrid listing type of option, like either we'll fix some stuff up and our guy Andrew will get paid at closing, or we offer cash, or like I brought one to Jon recently. The guy his house is listed, and I brought it to Jon saying, hey, I can get it for this price, and maybe we can just fix up the carpet. So there's a lot of options now, a lot more flexibility for me in this changing market, because I'm getting a lot of people who bought the house 4 years ago that can't sell, or they have some issues going on. So we're just finding creative ways, not any outlining creative financing type of ways, but creative ways to sell the property for them and get it done quickly. And it's just more about, but to Kady's point about the numbers, it's really just comes down to numbers. I'm very transparent with numbers. I tell people, if I buy your house, I got to pay closing costs twice. I got to pay 6% buyer closing cost help. I got to pay 3% to the agent. So I tell them everything. So there's no why I'm trying to make money. And I say I'm a business. I got to make profit too.
Yeah, so you're being more transparent. Yes. Did you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I feel like last year we led with emotion a lot more because honestly, we just feel bad for these people that are going through a lot, we do a lot with pre-foreclosures. And I always kept saying, they need it more than we do. And then it would kind of bite us in the butt on the back end. So trying to have more of a business mindset when we are figuring out the numbers and being smart about that.
Awesome. That's great. Does anybody have questions for Chris and Kady while we have them up here? Yeah, Corey.
So you guys doing like a wholetail deal to where you're contracting the property with the seller with a predetermined agreement on renovation costs that you guys are paying out of pocket up front through Andrew, Kady, and then listing it once it's already fixed up and then he's getting paid on the back end at closing?
So usually either way, like I have one in Fernandina, I'm working with Andrew right now, and a seller reached out to me. They wanted $450 for the house. The house worth about $700. I told them I can't give them $450 right now. And so then Andrew and I are going to go together in on the repairs. We started the repairs, and we got $60K to get ready. And so I'm out of pocket with Andrew on the repairs. And then when we sell it, I told the seller that we're going to max out at $50K. We get our profit first at $50K, then we'll split all the other profit with the seller after that. So everyone's kind of getting out a win on this situation. And again, we told him that I need a profit too. Otherwise, I'm not doing it for free. And it works out. But yeah, Andrew, we're paying the money up front for the repairs because a lot of times sellers don't have money for the repairs.
Right, which is what I was going to get to. Are you guys partnering with everybody at Momentum as like a sales proposition that the seller can net more money if somebody has to do renovations versus selling the property as is that needs a lot of repairs, so they can potentially make more money because now it's moving ready, turnkey, and then you guys already have contractors.
Yeah, so I send them I send them 3 options in their house. I send them as is now, what I buy it for, cash offer, and I send them if we do minor repairs, and I send them if we do the premium repairs. And then I say, if we do just carpet and list it at this price, we're going to do this. If we do everything, we do this. So I send people a lot of options on this stuff. And
that's a huge proposition.
yes.
For everybody.
Just that way, because that way you don't walk away. We all should walk away from employment with solutions for everybody that comes to us. There shouldn't be a reason why when I first started, I would just pass it off to someone else. Like, oh, I don't know about doing a distressed property. And I look back, oh man, I had so many deals I could have done something on, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't think there was options. So I always try to leave an appointment with an option for everybody.
And now you have the confidence behind it, right? Because you have lending partners where you can actually execute if you wanted to purchase the house.
Yes, and I tell them that too in transparency. I said, look, it's going to cost me 3 points to get this guy and all this. So again, everything's laid out, and they don't like it. Because for me, in the market, and for Kady, the same thing, is we lose so much to wholesalers. And you try to tell people that the wholesaler comes in and says, oh, I'm going to give you $250. I'm like, man, the house is not worth $250. And so you just got to learn to let those things go, and not try to fight for, well, I'll give you $220 and try to get up there and you end up screwing yourself over in the end.
Yeah, make the numbers make sense. Casey.
So you are putting your money up on a house you don't own, right?
Yes.
So are you then doing any kind of, hey, if this doesn't close, there will be a lien, or like, what's the solution if things go sideways?
So we actually we had a meeting, me, Andrew, and our title person, about Andrew doing hard money loans putting a loan on the property basically for his renovations. So that way he doesn't get screwed, because he's debating about whether to do liens. But if he does secondary mortgage on that property as the refinance guy, that's his option for protecting himself, because he's had a couple stories where it hasn't gone right for him, and he's still working on those deals right now with people. And so we learn from those mistakes of putting your money up front, but most time though the person gets out of the house. So I won't do a deal with someone who's in the house still, because I won't trust anybody to, I'm not going to say I'm going to fix up your bathroom and we're going to sell the house and they don't get out. So everyone's getting out of the house. They all got a place to go already. They got a plan. Like we had a young lady in Orange Park who she was tired of being a homeowner. And so she's like, I already got an apartment. I'm going to the apartment. And so I had to give her $2,000 up front for her to put the deposit on the apartment. And it was $10,000 to fix up the house, but she was already out. I would never do anything if someone's staying in the home, because I wouldn't trust anybody. I did that one time in the beginning, and the person screwed me up. That was like 3 years ago, but I learned a lesson from doing stuff for people up front without things in writing. And I was like, what can you do?
Got it. So he's doing a second mortgage to be able to protect himself. Great. Last question, and then we'll go to the next panelist. Thank you.
But even if you are just in a second position mortgage and decide not to sell, you can't really take the house from them, right?
It's a long-term game of when they try to sell it, they're going to be, or you can do liens. That's just something we've come across, a construction lien on the property. But either one, you're not getting your money back anytime soon.
Is that ever not worth the risk, and you kind of just decide to buy it or pass it on? What do you mean? Like if it's not worth the risk of them potentially not selling, you're like, okay, this isn't going to work out, or I'll just buy it in cash. There's
a great YouTube from Jon about becoming a forced landlord, and then you end up having to figure out something to make it a rental property, I've had that happen one time to me, and so now I got a rental property I didn't want to get, but it's my rental property now. And so I learned the hard way about that. So.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Round of applause for Chris and Kady.
Who would like to do a Zoom class with them, just to ask more questions about how to do this stuff? There is definitely risk inherent on this. It is not straightforward. You have to use your judgment, and there are a lot of people that get beat up with those second mortgages. Because to foreclose on somebody, how much is it? It can cost between $20,000, $50,000, and that's just to close the second to get control of the asset, and then you still have to build the first. So going full cycle.
I'm the realer of the block, the whole town know me. Turn keys, flip weed, stack paper, holy. From Duval to the moon, my hustle universal. Haters throwing shade, but my grind's controversial.